Dear friends, welcome all in TY Computer Science online class on behalf of Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samaj, KTM College Nasik and Computer Science Department. Already you know that because of lockdown process, Government of Maharashtra and Savitribai Phule Pune University has taken the decision to start SY and TY classes from August 2020. We have to conduct online teaching. You have entered in TY and in TY also the pattern and conduct of every process along with examination is same as that of SY. For TY, you have 6 theory courses and 3 practicals. I, Bharat Darekar, will conduct paper 4, Internet Programming 1. Course code is CS334. For this paper, in syllabus, we have to complete 6 chapters. First one is Introduction to Web Technique. Second, Function and Strings. Third, Arrays. Fourth, Introduction to Object-Oriented Programming. Fifth, Files and Directories. Sixth, Databases, that is PHP, PostgreSQL. To learn the syllabus, what is prerequisite? That means what you learned already and what you must know. Prerequisite for this course are HTML and Object-Oriented Programming Language concept, among which you already learned HTML in first year and OOPS concept in SY when you learn the C++. Our aim to learn Internet Programming is to design dynamic and interactive web pages. And objective of this course are learn core PHP, server-side scripting language, learn PHP database handling. That means when you complete this syllabus or after completing this course, you will be able to do these things. So, thank you for your introduction and welcome in TY Computer Science. Stay home, stay safe and be connected. Dear friends, we'll start chapter 1, Introduction to Web Techniques. Here we have to cover HTTP basics, Introduction to Web Server and Web Browser. Introduction to PHP, what does PHP do, lexical structure, language basics. We'll see first what is HTTP, that means Hypertext Transfer Protocol, which is used to enable communication between clients and servers. HTTP works as a request response protocol between client-server architecture. Means here a client or any user sends an HTTP request through browser to the server, then the server returns the response to the client in the browser. The response contains status information about the request and can also contain the data. So there are two methods, get and post. We'll see the difference between get and post. Get method creates a long string. Get string can have only 1024 characters. Get cannot be used to send images, video data, while post method does not create any string on URL. Post method has no limitation of characters. Post method can pass any data to server. Here, get is less secure while post is more secure, because when you use get, then data is displayed on URL, and when you use post, then data is hidden, that means not displaying on the URL. Hence, it is more secure. At the time of login form, we must use post, otherwise password will be shown on the URL. We will see two-tier architecture. The two-tier architecture has two parts, client tier and a server tier. The client tier sends a request to the server tier and the server tier responds with the information. An example of a two-tier client-server structure is web server. It returns the required web pages to the client that requested them. So we'll see the figure how it works. In computer lab, we have one server which is in server room and it is connected to many client systems which are used by you, that means the students. So whenever you create a file, it is actually stored at server. Client can access the server files by using request and response product. Three-tier architecture. The three-tier architecture has 3 layers. First one client, second one web server, third one database server. The client layer is the one that requests the information. The GUI which is seen by the client is client layer. The web server interacts between the client and database server. It helps in communication and also provides security. The database layer contains the information to be shown. So we'll see the figure how three-tier architecture works. Here, client side provides user interface by using HTML and CSS form, where web server manages client connection and data processing. The most common web server used to execute PHP pages is Apache, and database server perform database operations in which update, insert, delete and etc. Here we will see the example, that is two-tier architecture when we are working in C++ and Java, and where we are using PHP, then additional server, that is Apache web server, is required. Hence that time we work on three-tier architecture. Introduction to web browser. Web browser is an application software that allows us to view information on the web. User can request for any web page by just entering a URL into address bar. Web browser can retrieve resources, images, informations, video and more for user. Earlier, the web browser were text-based, while nowadays graphical-based or voice-based web browsers and JavaScript enables are also available. So we'll see here, for example, nowadays Google Maps are responsive. So when a user zoom into Google Map, more data is shown to user without page loading. That is because browser uses JavaScript. Types of browser. First one, Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Netscape Navigator, Opera. Netscape Navigator is the first web browser. Nowadays, users use Google Chrome as their default browser. Web server. Web server responds to the client request in either of the following two ways. That means by two ways. Here, sends the file to the requested server, creating a response by embedding a script and interacting with the database. Web server can retrieve data from database by using SQL queries. Types of web server. Apache HTTP server, Internet Information Services IIS, Apache Tomcat server. Apache is used in PHP, IIS is used in .NET, Tomcat is used in JSP and servlet programs. What is PHP? PHP is a hypertext preprocessor or personal homepage. PHP is free to download and use. PHP scripts are executed on the Apache server. PHP is widely used in industry as it is open source scripting language and we can download easily. PHP can be used using JAM, LAMP, MAP. Here, long form of JAM is Extensible Apache MySQL PHP. It is used in Linux, Windows and Mac OS. LAMP. Long form of LAMP is Linux Apache MySQL PHP and it is used only in Linux. Long form of WAMP is Windows Apache MySQL PHP and it is used only in Windows. MAP. MAP's full form is Macintosh Apache MySQL PHP. It is used in Mac OS, which is of Apple company. What can PHP do? PHP processes the dynamic pages. Server reads the PHP code and then processes it according to the scripted directions. User can submit the HTML form to PHP. PHP uses session and cookies in order to store some data. PHP can using SQL to manipulate and retrieve data from databases. PHP uses SHA-1 or MD5 algorithm for encryption. Lexical structure. The lexical structure of a programming language is the set of basic rules that govern how you write programs in that language. It is the lowest level syntax of the language and specifies such things as what variable name looks like, what characters are used for comments, and how program statements are separated from each other. We'll see the basic syntax of PHP program. A PHP script can be placed anywhere in the document just like HTML. A PHP script starts with less than question mark and ends with question mark greater than. In between, you can write the PHP code. We'll see the first program. Here, remember that already you learned HTML. While writing any PHP program, you can write the HTML part earlier or you can write the PHP part also earlier. That means here you can use embedding, that means PHP and HTML while writing the program, PHP program. Here we'll see the first program. HTML body, as you know, in the HTML we use some headings. So here H1, that is the heading, is given demo 1, which is displayed large or in big size. Then here, according to the PHP tag, less than, question mark and PHP is the start of the tag. Then echo statement, which is used to display. In echo statement, we are using within double quote, that is a string, welcome to PHP. And here end of the PHP tag, that is question mark greater than. Then we ends the body and HTML. When we execute this program, then according to the heading, that is H1, demo 1 is displayed in big size, and according to the rule of display statement, welcome to PHP is displayed as it is. We'll see the PHP case sensitivity. Here in PHP tag, when we write any program, then what rules we have to follow? The names of user-defined classes and functions, as well as built-in constructs and keywords such as echo, while, class, etc. are not case sensitive, means case insensitive. Thus, that means when we write any line which follows the case insensitivity, here in the example of displaying statement, that is which is used by echo, we can see that here in the small letters, capital letters, or in the mixing of small and capital letters also, and the statement is PHP is case insensitive. When you execute this one, then you see the output that PHP is a case insensitive, because according to the rule of the case sensitive. Again here, variables on the other hand are case sensitive. That is, when you use $NME and you use the small letters, or when you use $NME and use the capital letters, and when you use again $N capital, small m and capital E, then all these three are different variables, because here is the case sensitive. Again we will see in the one program which is in between PHP tag. Here the first statement is $color equal to within double quote black semicolon. Semicolon is the statement separator. Then here $color, which is a variable used in the PHP. Remember that in PHP, like C and C++, we don't require variable declaration. You can use here variable directly. Only at the time of writing variable, you have to start with the $sign. Here $color, hence it is a variable, and within double quote black, this is the string which is assigned to the variable. Then the three display statements are, which is given in the echo. Within double quote my car is, then $color, dot within double quote break. Here remember that my car is the string which is displayed as it is. Then $color is a variable whose value is taken, which is given at the time of definition of variable. Then break is the HTML tag we can use in the PHP statement also. Then likewise the other statements are my house is and my hair is. When we execute this program, then the output is my car is, here black is the value of that color variable. Again my house is black, my hair is black. PHP comments. Comments give information to people who read your code. It's a good practice to include comments in your code to tell what's happening. Comments lets user understand the code written by programmer. Remind user what he did and for what reason he performed the code. It is a good practice to include comment in code. There are different ways in which user can give a comment. Single line comments are represented by a double forward slash or hash. Here it is the example of single line comment using hash and the double forward slash. Then multi-line comment. Multi-line comments begin with a slash followed by an asterisk. Everything after that until it encounters an asterisk followed by a slash is considered a comment. Here is the example of multi-line, which is comment start with the slash star, then here multiple line comment and ends with the star slash. It is treated as a comment. Data types. PHP provides 8 types of data types, in which 4 are scalar, that is single value types, in which first one is integer. For example, any positive number 1998, any negative number -641, +33. Here these are the examples of integer data type. If we use is_int and empty brackets or is_integer and empty brackets, function checks whether a value is an integer. When we use empty brackets, that means it is a function. So it will give the value is an integer. Next, floating point numbers. Any number, for example 3.14, -7.2. These are the example of floating point numbers. Here again we is_float empty bracket or is_real empty bracket. This will or the function checks whether a value is a floating point number. Next, third one is strings. Example within double quotes sneer. So this is the example of string. Again is_string empty brackets, that means the function checks whether a value is a string. Boolean, for example true or false. These are the Boolean data types. Is_Boolean empty bracket, function checks whether a value is a Boolean. Next, two types are the compound types, that means the collections, arrays and object. The array function creates an array. For example, $ARR, assignment symbol, array in bracket 10, 21, 15. So this is the example of array data type. Next is the object, which is also the compound type. PHP supports object-oriented programming. Classes are defined with the class keyword. Once a class is defined, any number of objects can be made from it using the new keyword, and the properties and methods can be accessed with the dash greater than constant. Next one is the resource, that means the remaining two are the special types, in which first one is the resource. This is, for example, database connections gives you something to identify that connections when you call a query and close function. This functions that allows you to connect to another application is called resource. A resource is a special variable holding a reference to an external resource. Resources are created and used by special functions. In PHP, resource variable can hold anything. Then another one is null. The null value represents a variable that has no value. Variables. A variable can have a short name like A and Z or more descriptive name DOB, for which we use as a date of birth, bike name, surface_area. We will see the rules for PHP variables. A variable name must start with a letter or the underscore character. A variable name cannot start with a number. A variable starts with the $sign followed by the name. Variable names are case sensitive. $bike name and $capital bike name are two different variables. A variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscores A-Z, 0-9 and underscore. Variables in PHP are identifiers prefixed with the $sign. For example, $name, $age, we already use in the first program. Variant variables. A PHP variable may hold a value of any data type. There is No compile or runtime type checking on variables. You can replace a variable's value with another of a different type. There is no explicit syntax for declaring variables in PHP. The first time the value of variable is set, the variable is created. You can reference the value of a variable whose name is stored in another variable. We will see the example where variables and data types are used. Here it is the first example. In PHP tag, $text, which is a variable, and within double quote Ketejam college, which is string, is assigned to $text. That means string. Here the type is string. $text having the type string. Next statement is a display statement. I study in within double quote, that will be displayed as it is, and here we access the value of $text, which is a Ketejam college. Hence, when we execute, then I study in Ketejam college will be displayed. Next program. Here again in PHP tag we have to write the program. Here $x and $y are the two variables having the 15 and 10 value respectively, which is of integer. And while displaying, we can add the value of two variables. In echo statement it is shown $x plus $y. Means the value of two variables are added and output is displayed as 20. Variables. You can reference the value of variable whose name is stored in another variable. Variables are simply variables whose names are dynamically created by another variable's name. A variable can have a name of other variable as well. So, user can access two values by using single variable name by using multiple dollar. Program. Here again in PHP tag, $A having the value integer type, $B means the value for string is given as a next variable, then C is having the value string, and we are displaying these echo statements. First echo statement is $A whose value is taken as it is, which value is assigned, that means 10 is displayed. Then next echo statement $B. That means what? Here A is assigned to $B. That means this value is again that value. That means again it will display the 10. Then next echo statement $C. Here $C. That means value B is again the $B, and $B is value again $B. That means the A, that value will be displayed as a 10. Then another program. Here again variable A having the value 10, B having the A, and C having the B. When we use display statement, here in first echo statement $A, here it is used within double quote, hence it will display as it is the value 10. But in second display statement, it is again in double quote $B, and here $B, that is A is assigned to $B, hence here $A will be displayed. Then in third statement, within double quote again $C. Here $C having the value B, then $C having the value B, and here $C, that means $B will be displayed. Here expressions and operators. You know that an expression that can be evaluated to produce any value, and the operators are very similar, which you have seen in the second year BSc Computer Science. Here the simplest expression are literal values and variables. Okay, here we'll see the operators. First we'll see what is operator precedence. The order in which operators in an expression are evaluated depends on their relative precedence. Means precedence having the higher, that will be evaluated first, then priority or precedence having the lower than that will be taken for the evaluation later. Then operator associativity. Associativity defines the order in which operators with the same order of precedence are evaluated. Means what? When the precedence is same, then we have to evaluate according to the associativity or the whatever the preference of associativity. That means whether having the same precedence, we have to evaluate left to right or right to left. That is given in the associativity. Next is implicit casting, that is a type juggling. PHP variables can store integers, floating point number, strings and more and keep as much of the type details away from the programmer as possible. PHP converts value from one type to another as necessary. Here, this conversion of a value from one type to another is called casting, and this kind of implicit casting is called type juggling in PHP. Implicit casting. Implicit casting is done by PHP according to user code. The type casting is done automatically in PHP. There is no need of explicit type casting in PHP. Here is the example. That means in PHP program, two variables x and y having the integer values, that is 2 and 4 respectively. When we displaying this, that is $x divided by $y, that means 2 divided by 4, but here after the evaluation we will get the value 0.5, that means float will be displayed. And in another echo statement, that is $y divided by $x means 4 divided by 2, here we will get only the integer value, that is 2 integer will be displayed. Explicit casting. We can use explicit casting in PHP, but if we are converting float to integer, decimal point value will be removed. Here in next example it is given, that means $A having the value 5.31, that is a floating point number. $B, here we use for conversion integer, and $A, actually the $A having the float value, and that will be converted, that is $A to integer, and when we display the $B, then it will display only 5, that means here decimal part is removed.